good night, good afternoon. Whatever time it is when you're watching this, is the most your Raza. Alright, but you know, we are a bad game in the chat. Best part of the day, absolute bad game. Best part of the week, if you ask me, Chill Sundays cannot be beat. Absolutely cannot be beat. God, this is a fun looking team. I forgot that we had such a fun looking team for this run. Oh boy, Diglett. How about Tyro, bro? This is a fun run. Everybody doing this week. Also, as always, let me know with the visuals, the audio. Let's send the quizzes, by the way, but I assume you want to wait till the crew gets here. Yeah, we'll do that like when we have more people. Everything awesome? I appreciate it. I want to note my heart skipped a beat for a second there because I thought that I might have forgotten to do my save state for this run. That would have broken my heart. But we didn't. In there like swimwear. Okay, also we have a lot to discuss here. Got the quizzes to do. Also, as I'm sure you would have seen from in the Discord, I finally became a man of my word, and I watched the first Harry Potter film last night / this morning because I got sleepy halfway through, so I finished it off this morning. 1.5 hours, Jesus, but I did it. It's been so long since we did the Celeste streams. I can't remember what all the fuck, what I'm trying to say, like all the goals we were supposed to hit, all the rewards all you earned. I feel like it was at least 2 of the Harry Potter films, but I do not remember the rest of them. Said wait. Yeah, no, I'm not giving the review until the whole crew here. I'll wait to give my thoughts live when the whole gang here. Now everybody weekend going. The first movie is 2.5 hours. Yeah. I bet it was long, bro. I was halfway through. I was like, damn. See, let me remind myself of who are we in the PC. Oh, we have some power in the PC. A Magikarp, a Abra. If I remember correctly, the Staravia wasn't really doing much. Oh, let me check. Yeah, minus attack nature. I mean, Brave Bird could still be cool. So I see you finished the film. Absolutely, Floofy. Yeah, absolutely. Going great now, climbing slowly. The Ultra Ball 1 in singles. Nice. What team you're running? Or like what? Well, like where's your general archetype? Well, hold on. I'm gonna pull up the docs before I forget and throw. I'm still playing on Showdown, but I've been using our Sun team. That my friend that you know, I tested with my friend. So I'm still at the bottom of the ladder, but I'm winning more than I'm losing. I'm just not playing that much. Like during the week, like you know, when I'm bored at work or at lunch, I'll take a little touch in it, you know. Have two megas, D Knight and Gren. Okay. I mean, nothing wrong with that. You could only bring 3, right? Alright. We on the Gardenia split, if I remember correctly. For the Sun team, it is good. It is good. I'm still kind of learning how to pilot it properly. But it isn't bad. Let me remind myself of this thing here. Plus speed minus attack. Definitely had to turn this into a special attacker for sure. Maybe a Sylveon. Or if this thing had like the hidden ability and we could get Pixelate on it, that would have been fire. Also, I didn't mention this in chat, like on stream. I promised myself that would like keep better track of my encounters in some sort of spreadsheet. So I wouldn't have to always be like, oh, did I get an encounter here? I can't remember. I haven't done that. Speaking of 3 million champion matches played on Showdown since launch. Damn. I mean, it makes sense. Showdown is very accessible after all. I feel like for me, I mean, it makes sense because people who don't have a Switch have nowhere else to play it. I think for me, even when the game like does launch fully, I'll probably still play on Showdown at the very least to like test teams and make sure I like them before I spend my currency on them in champions. Just so I don't like waste my currency like on some and realize it's some bullshit, you know? Oh, the toughest field. But yeah, Showdown is Showdown undefeated, I think. For where it is, for like a free thing made by like, you know, fans or whatever, I think it undefeated. Fair, but currency is very easy to acquire. I mean, here's the thing though. You gotta remember, you have a Switch, so you could easily like recruit Pokemon and stuff too. Because you can recruit a Pokemon and give it like, you know, the moves and stuff you want in-game and then send it over. Me, I'll have to like hope I get the Pokemon I want from the ranch, and then I have to put every move on it, the ability, assuming you have to pay for the ability. Is it expensive to train though? So there's the trade-off, okay. They pay for everything. Yes, I'll definitely be testing things like thoroughly on Showdown before I spend my money on it. Actually make some progress here. But do we have to backtrack now that we beat the gym, right? Hey, go ahead and heal up. 500. I mean, I guess ability not so bad because I think most Pokemon have a specific ability that definitely want to run. So I think that's nigga. I think that not as bad as moves, or like natures, which could change depending on the team you're running it on. Most Pokemon does run like the same ability. I feel like this is not a trainer, right? Okay, I've been avoiding her like for like all of these playthroughs, so it's good to know I don't have to. Alright, so we go and fight the Galactic Grunt. It is a double battle to lead him with Glameow and Stunky. Let's see, who should we lead with here? I feel like Monkey. I think like King Monkey, okay, or King Monk, I should say. What does this guy have? Akbar. Let's get. Oh, let's check the levels too. They are level 13. Okay, so we definitely good on levels. Damn. Again, worst part having to reset the run is all this yapping. Yeah, I think we good with this lead. Or I could either... Yeah, no, this is fine, this is fine. Ooh, bitch, this nigga in the fucking gadget. Yeah, I want... Damn. Where is everybody today? Excited to do my review of the first movie. What the? Hey, yo! Why the fuck did that do so much damage, bitch? Hold on. It getting kind of serious. Oh, we had Danger Noodle lurking. But did Clefairy take the aftermath? If so, oh no, that's from my thing. Hold on, this thing don't have any grass type move, right? No, it doesn't. Okay, cool. Also, can I? The more I've been like driving, is the more people really pissing me off, bro. I'ma just, and I don't think this is anybody in chat, but just these dickheads, bro, who driving these vans, nigga, these trucks, pickup trucks for the Americans. I feel like these niggas think because God cursed them with a below average penis, it means they need to take up a disproportionate amount of the road. Get the fuck on your side of the road. Bro, I was like just before on stream. I'm almost off the road, bro. I could feel my tires like wanting to slip off onto the dirt. This nigga wouldn't move a fucking inch. Your small penis is not my problem, sir. These niggas think because they're driving a bigger vehicle, they're entitled to like fucking 3/4 of the road. Bro, I'm sick of these niggas. I'm sick of them. Just a little PSA to anybody who driving a fuck them big ass trucks, bro. Stay on your side of the road. I genuinely can't stand these niggas. It's a little PSA. When do we get these soothe bell? Might be supposed to get these soothe bell like around now. Oh, let me heal up too. Get out this nigga take a big hit. I would be ruining people's day too if I had a small PP. Hey, but I don't know what to tell. I don't know what to tell them, bro. It's not my fault. That'll take that up with the genetics, bro. I'm sick of them niggas. And he had the audacity to blow the horn at me too, like if I was taking up too much of the road. Genuinely can't stand these niggas. Here's the suit. I knew I was supposed to have it already. Alright, let me put that on Eevee. We'll go the Sylveon route for this run, because I think he have a good nature for it. I just wish we had the hidden ability so we could get Pixelate. I'm gonna be careful not to over level this thing. Ah shit. Thought I was far enough away. Yeah, well, nothing here strong enough to charm threaten me anyways. Famous last words. Is this an okay? I think there's a new encounter. Hold on. There's a new encounter. We did see. This is why I need to do that spreadsheet, because I'm already not sure if we get an encounter from here as yet. See if I can get deeper into the. Okay, no, we haven't, because if I had gotten an encounter here, I would have taken these items as well. So we do have a new encounter in here. I just always think it have like a lower level to this and it doesn't. Do we wanna fish here? And we already have Magic App. I feel like that's the best thing we could get out of the old rod. We also... Did we have our Geodude already? No, right? We get it. I feel like because we don't have a Zubat, I feel like we'll definitely get a Geodude in here. Wait, oh, I just realized the Wi-Fi on my phone dropped. This whole time chat probably going and I wasn't reading it. I thought chat was suspiciously quiet. Hold on, let me see if I missed any messages. Did I miss any messages? Because my Wi-Fi was down. I was probably missing that shit the whole time. No? Oh, well, alright then. Alright. Do we want to fish here? Because I feel like we'll definitely end up getting our Geodude. That our Geodude is bad. I could use it in some gyms for stealth rocks and stuff. You think fish? I mean, we already have this water type and a Gyarados in the back. Plus Surskit. I feel like we already have a lot of water types. I feel like we have enough water types. I feel like I'll just take the Geodude. A Makuhi? Bro, is this a fighting type run? Why am I getting so many, like, fighting types? Alright. Stay in this ball, yo. First thing I wake up immediately, huh? Alright, there we go. What wrong with Makuhita? Good. Is that good defensive option, I think. Oh, max health, max attack on this bitch. I think this is decent. Big slow. Yeah, he's a good defensive option, I think. I think he might come in handy. Alright, first name I see in chat for this male Makuhita. Big slow. Alright, fair enough. I'm not mad at Makuhita. Like, genuinely. Like, we could get Side. It had more Pokemon in here than I thought. Sandshrew. Oh. I'm genuinely okay with Makuhita. Also, I had to be very careful not to over level. Bad gamer back. Alright, perfect. Yeah, I had to be very careful not to over level this thing because I'll definitely use it in the grass gym. We got Miracle Seed. Okay, this is the way we're supposed to go. Let me see if I could. Oh, no. That's where we come in. I'm not to get turned around here. Let's handle some balls. Hey, nigga. Yeah, I know you read the title, nigga. That what it, you know when balls great. Hey, we have anything? Do we have anything good in the? All right, bad get the quiz. We could do the quiz. All right, let me get to the next town and we'll do the quiz. We all come in. Alright, this nigga coming in a little too freaky-deaky, bro. Nigga coming in a lot. Is Danger still here? Yeah, that nigga there. Alright, we in. Okay. Oh yeah, man. We could get a starter from here too. We get a couple encounters. Don't get the PC filled up. Let me go ahead and pull up the quiz though. It in mod clip, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, so we do not typing quiz. We do not typing quiz. This is the first one. It weak to water and rock. Neutral to normal, fighting, poison, psychic, ghost, dragon, and dark. And it resists fire, electric, grass, ice, flying, bug, fairy. Very resistant to steel, immune to what the fuck type is this? Yeah. I'll do like a solid minute, I guess, before chat jumping. David being a PDF file and a killer is a possible topic. Yeah, we was talking about, was that yesterday or last week? We'll talk more about that too, because I think some new information get released. Let me do this quiz here though. Immune to ground. That means it's either a flying type or a levitate. It can't be it have to be levitate. Because if it weren't, then electric would at least be neutral to it. Is this not a screenshot of the game? It is a screenshot. I'll let Bad Gamer like take it for me. So I don't have to go looking for it. Okay, so it can't be flying type. It would at least be neutral to electric. So this have to be levitate. And if I correct, this does not take into effect items. So it shouldn't be like air balloon or some bullshit. Also, yeah, screenshot so nobody can scroll and see the answer of that too. Okay. Resistant to fire, electric, grass, ice, flying, bug, fairy. It resists all of those things. And okay, let me do the weaknesses. It weak to water. Who's a levitate user that could be weak to water? Oh! Is this Rotom Heat? This is Rotom Heat, right? Let me know if I correct Bad Gamer. Oh, ding. Alright, perfect, I get it. Alright, I don't want too bad. Alright, let me knock the second one out. Very resistant to fire, ice, and bug. Resistance to grass, dark, and steel. Weak to water. That was the easier one. Okay, so this is the hard one. Alright. So we are weak to water, ground, flying, and psychic. No immunities. Is this a... Hold on. It weak to water and ground. So that could be... That could be fire or rock. But it weak to flying, so it shouldn't be rock. So I think it has to be fire. One of the types I think have to be fire. I think one of the types is definitely fire. Normal weakness. Is this possibly a fire fighting type? That would explain the water weakness, the ground weakness, the flying, and the psychic weakness. It would be neutral. No, wait. Wait a minute. If it was fire, is rock super effective on fire? It is, right? This nigga giggling in chat, bro. Fire is weak to rock, right? That is why Charizard does get cooked by stealth rocks. So it can't be fire fighting. Otherwise rock would be super effective against it. Because if I'm not... Wait, does fighting don't resist rock, right? Does fighting resist rock? Bro, resistances is what is always game, man. The resistances is what is always home, man. Oh wait, fighting does resist rock. So it would... Fighting does resist rock. So it could be a fire fighting type. But no, but wait. No, I didn't Google it. Bad gamer. I ain't Google it. You would have seen me if I used Google. Because I'm doing game capture. Hold on. See? I using my phone for chat. I didn't Google it. I'm not dumb. That's debatable. Anyways. Hold on. But very, very resistant to fire. Very resistant to fire. Fire should only resist itself one time. Unless... Hold on. Wait, no, wait, hold on. I was going to say thick fat, but I don't think that's it. What very resistant to fire, ice, and bug? Okay, hold on, chat. Chat, you can start throwing some ideas out, man. I feel like does this have to do with our ability? Is our ability involved here? But thick fat is the only thing I could think of, and I don't. An ability is involved. Okay. Okay, it's not flash fire or something, because I would give it an immunity. It could be thick fat, I guess. But the only mons I could think of with thick fat is like is Mamoswine. And maybe Venusaur, I guess. But Venusaur wouldn't be weak to water. Chat, anybody have any ideas? Danger Noodle, where you are, bro? Let me crowdsource this shit. It also resists steel. Does fighting resist steel? I know water resists steel. Fighting at least? Yeah. Because it had to be some that resists that weak to flying and psychic. So fighting for sure, yeah. If it's a fire fighting type. Bro, what? Poison bug? No, because it's very resistant to fire. If it was a bug type, it would be weak to fire. Okay, but here's the thing. If it is part fighting, then whatever the other typing is have to be weak to rock. Fate to be a neutral interaction. So if we're saying is at least fighting, whatever the other type is, have to be weak to rock. Kicking my feet at this shit, that's fucking insane. Bad game at the rolling fine. You kicking your feet. Alright, hold on. Hold on. This have to be fire fighting. Because here's the thing. Here's what he thinks. It is a neutral interaction with fairy. So if we saying is part fighting, the other type have to be weak to rock, and it have to be resistant to fairy. The only thing I could think of that does both of that is fire. My guess is it had to be a fire type with some fucked up ability. With some like weird ass ability. That is what it had to be. But does fighting resist bug? Hey, this is a fucking this track? That fucking classic from Persona 4, bro. Bro, whoever composed this, rent was fucking due, bro. Rent was due, and the only other payment the landlord was accepting was ass, bro. That's the only explanation. Rent was due, and the landlord was trying to take the butt. And they went in the studio and whipped this shit up. And the only explanation for this shit, bro. This shit too fire. Bro, what is... My best guess is this have to be a firefighting type with some kind of ability. It have to be. But to be very resistant... Hold on, Danger Noodle. Does fighting resist bug? I don't think it does. I also don't know if fighting resists ice. Fire, that is what I said. But it had to have an ability in play. An ability have to be in play, which causing like one-eyed resistances, I think. What abilities causes you to be resistant to fire? Heat proof? Heat proof does that. But what else would be weak to flying and psychic? Because at this rate, I feel like it had to be part fire. ChatGPT said bug is just 0.5. Gemini says bug is 2.5. What are you talking with fighting? Oh, so you're saying is the quiz wrong? Is what you're saying? Okay, no, it's correct. Okay. Okay. Oh, you check the actual Pokemon. Okay. Alright, what type... Okay, hold on. Let's do this. What types resist bug? Fire, obviously. Probably... Ground? Ground at least. It have no immunities. Which means it's not normal type. It's not ghost type. It's not ground type. It's not steel type. Let me mark those. Let me do this scientifically. Not normal. Not cool. Not steel. And it's not ground. Rock type is possible since it's weak to water and ground. But what combined with rock would also be weak to flying. No, it can't even be rock. Because rock resists flying. And flying is 2 times effective. So it can't be rock. So we crossing out rock as well. Not normal, go. Steel, ground, or rock. What other types we could get rid of? I love that this is just the stream. Oh no, I'm giving up. What? I'm giving up like very... This can't be the entire stream. I'm giving up very soon if we can't figure this out. Normal goes steel, ground, rock out. What else can we eliminate? It's not dark either. Because dark resistant to psychic. Dark out. Dark immune to psychic, I mean. So dark out. 1, 2. Right? Not dragon. True. Dragon out. Yeah, definitely give us a clue at this rate. It's probably not water. So water out. You said the correct one typing already and the ability. So is a fire type with an ability is what you're saying? Is it a fire type with an ability or is it a bug with an ability? Or is it, or am I correct that it's firefighting? Yeah, is one of the type incorrect or is it the type combo that correct? The type combo. So it is firefighting. So we know it's firefighting. What? But it have no firefighting type that gets thick, fat. Well, now I'm not so sure. This better not be some kind of skill swap shenanigans or some bullshit. Because if it is, I'll literally one. No, Embo is Blaze and Reckless, I think. Embo gets thick, man. Yeah, no, Embo is Reckless and... Okay. It's not Infernape, we know that. No skill swap shenanigans, okay. Is this a new... Hold on. Is this one of these new gen Pokemon? You know, as a matter of fact, we could continue the game while we're figuring this out. We could actually continue the game while we're figuring this out because... Let me get some encounters in this bitch. Alright. We're going to get 205 encounter. Yeah, let me do some of that shit while we think this through. Yes, we go and continue the stream as normal. And at the end of the stream, Bad Gamer, if we don't figure it out, then tell us. Let me do that. Alright, Magnemite. Not mad at a Magnemite. Alright, I'll risk it with Leech Seed. Okay, so that's scary. Alright, who wanna name the Magnemite? First name I see in chat for the Magnemite. Bean. Alright. Alright, we have Dean the Magnemite. Bro, this is killing me. A fire fighting type? Could it be a Mega? I thought we were still doing the bit from last week. Oh, right. We're only giving them Harry Potter names. Not a Mega. Alright, we encounter here a Hoppip. Ugh. Whatever. We could always use our old father. Hoppip, you ain't sure to get caught here, anybody. Hope you live this. Oh, you could more than live that. Is it a base 600 and or above? Alright, name the female Hoppip. Oh, okay. A natural big fat fighting fire type, boy. Hopion, easy. I don't even understand what the fuck that's supposed to be. Alright, you know what? We'll revisit, like, figuring this shit out later. Yeah, let me talk about the David stuff. So I saw, like, on the David stuff, right? I saw that apparently Celeste wasn't the only underage girl he was talking to, apparently. Apparently, not only was she not the only underage girl he was talking to. Hiplop is the name I choose. Oh shit. I didn't even see that, Raven. Hey, my fault, bro. Hey, alright, the next Pokemon we get, you going to name it for sure. Since I hold it. Alright, let me check out these mons. Adamant. Oh yeah, this nigga sucks. Chlorophyll not saving you, buddy. Adamant. Alright, this will be route 205. This nigga is Adamant. Let me see Magnemite. You just had a hit. No, bro. I didn't see it, I swear. He's a repeat chat, ignore it hard on the phone. Plus defense minus speed on this thing is actually is not bad. It's a defensive wall for sure. Magnet pull. Alright, Maggie looking decent. Okay, we could see what we get in that other area as well. Let me lead with Sirius. Oh, I forgot to turn on my team update. Alright, hold on. Let's see if I could match this up. Alright, that should be it. Tools, Lua scripting. Alright, my team should update live now. Yeah, no, but yeah, this nigga David is probably a serial pedophile. And also, apparently, he had like a thing for gore. Like, he would be constantly sending someone else like animations of people getting like dismembered and shit. This nigga was a real sick puppy, bro. I think it was on some other shit. I mean, like, here's the thing too. Apparently, like how the timeline looking, it seems like if after he killed her, allegedly, didn't he kill a girl in our anime? Yeah, I think we watched that last week, where I think it's this very same girl, Celeste. There was like a music video in which an evil version of himself like stabs her or like kills her or whatever. So this nigga, what that shit was really on this nigga mind. He was really thinking about killing this girl. He really wanted to kill that girl. Why do they feel the need to gloat like that? Had to be ego. I feel like in the case of serial killers, right? It's probably an ego thing. But for some of them, I think it's an ego thing, yes. But I think I think he probably really just like sick. I don't think it's like a bragging thing for him. I think he really had like them like thoughts in his mind, and he genuinely doesn't know how to like lay it out other than in like these weird ways. Like, if that makes sense. Like, that is what I think happening with him. I mean, that's part of why they go after young girls after all. I don't know, but I mean, obviously, listen, I'm not a psychologist, bro. I'm not going to sit here and act like I could psychoanalyze a nigga like that, you know? He just couldn't help himself. I feel that way it was with him. I feel like that like weird psycho shit so like deep in this nigga's psyche that it just couldn't help but spill out. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know, like somebody who racist. Like, I feel like they could only hide it for so long before eventually they get caught going on some like crazy rant or something. You know what I mean? Whoever this fourth farm fighting fire type that no one seems to be able to remember is a bum ass. He probably really is, bro. Because I genuinely cannot think of one. Yeah, I feel this nigga just so sick in the head he just can't help but lay it out somehow. But yeah, this nigga, if the timeline is correct, right? It would mean potential Spider-Man spoiler if you want to know. I don't think does anybody in chat mind? I think he has supporters who say he being framed. I mean, at first, I could see how somebody might kind of feel that way. But the thing is, I feel like the only thing that is weird to me is the fact that he did it, like he left that in his own car. They did the same thing with Luigi. It's because they find him hot. No. I think people like Luigi because they hate billionaires and CEOs. I think with David, it's just people who's like big fans of him. But here's the thing. It was his Tesla. It was his car. He was probably driving that shit. A Cherubi, bro. What is these trash ass encounters? Bro, stay in the ball, bro. Cherubi, I really don't even want you, bro. Just stay in the ball, huh? Yo, if you live on Magical Leaf, you could come with us. How about that? Yeah, we get some trash encounters, boys. Alright, Raven, you could name this Cherubi. He was probably on a pokey stream with her body in his car on the street. Yeah, that's why I'm saying there's no way you drive in a car and you don't know it have a body in it. He never wanted to put something in the trunk. He didn't smell it. You know what? He definitely had to do that shit, bro. If his car was like stolen and like reported stolen, that could have give him some plausible deniability. But he's driving around. Is he Pokey Ruby? Alright, that's the Pokey Ruby, the Cherubi. But yeah, there's no way he didn't know. If the car was stolen, maybe, but no, this thing was driving around with a body in the car. And we get some trash encounters this time around. That really sucks. I feel like at least this makes what we taking from the reporter lady here obvious. Because we already have a ton of grass types. Right? Alright. We had 2 grass types in here, even though they're not good, they still are grass type. And we have onion frog. We have mudkip. We have a Gyarados waiting to happen and a Surskit. There's no reason for us to take a water type either. I think we have to take Cyndaquil. Today might be the day, unless it's fake news. I just got a notification. Trump rushed from golf course for a mystery dentist appointment. Bro, that nigga not gonna die, bro. That nigga had too much hate in his heart. He might outlive all of us, bro. Everybody know the niggas with hate in the heart just live the longest. It's a fact. That's why I like to try and hate on as many people as possible. If a 79-year-old man outlive me, he might, bro. You know how much money this nigga making? He probably have a fucking clone in some bunkhouse on waiting to get his like consciousness transferred into. You cannot like underestimate the degree to which like money does play a role in keeping people alive. Shit like this is why we're losing our internet freedoms. Here's the thing though. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't. You're supposed to be allowed to say whatever you want. That is like what America does run on, is the land of the free, freedom of speech, blah, 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 blah. So you should be able to say shit like this, and it shouldn't be a problem. And if it is, that nigga just soft. Also, I think I had to take Cyndaquil here, because we already had too much grass and water types. So I think Cyndaquil just had to come with us. It does because some tads say this and then go out and try to kill people. Yeah, but then, alright. It has people, alright, it come like guns. Some people buy guns with the intent of doing bad things. Does that mean nobody should be allowed to purchase a firearm for any reason? Whether it be self-defense, hunting, whatever. If we using that, I feel like using that logic will take us down a very slippery slope. You know what I mean? I think that just puts us down a very slippery slope. Just because some people will talk crazy on the internet and then try and do something insane doesn't mean that we shouldn't be able to say what we want. Because I'm sure it have a lot of people who don't post like crazy shit on the internet and will still try and kill somebody. Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to nickname this thing. Whatever. Alright, who wanted first name I see in chat for the Cyndaquil? First name I see in chat for Cyndaquil. I'm not defending it, but when a lot of people are out just saying someone needs to do it and 8 people follow up, yeah, they're gonna want to crack down for more government control with whatever bullshit excuse. I mean, fair enough, but I think Cindy, we have Cindy the Cyndaquil. I hear what you're saying, but like, I think that is all the more reason to still say that shit. We can't let like the fear of them like shutting shit down like deter us from speaking we mind. Hey, already put Cindy, buddy. You should have spelled it right the first time, nigga. Yeah. Regardless of what their intention is to do based on what people saying, we still have a right to say it. And I think we should express that right. I don't know, that's just me though. Also, not for nothing, let's just be real. I think most of those assassination attempts fake, bro. I mean, at this rate, are you telling me every one of them niggas missed? Or he supposedly gets shot in the air, right? If that is the truth, why doesn't this nigga have a scar or a chunk of missing air? Even this last attempt that I make at the ballroom, it's looking like the video that really says AI. I don't know if that is fake news. This nigga say dog shit take. I disagree. Just because people just say crazy shit and then actually take a swing doesn't mean that we don't have a right to say what we want anyways. Why? Or you mean like the assassination attempts fake? Is that what you mean is the dog shit take? Here's my question. How did this nigga get shot in the air and his air perfectly intact? Riddle me that, Batman. This nigga gets shot in the air and it perfectly intact. When you get up to his age, if you get bruised, if you even get bruised, it does take forever to heal. You telling me this nigga missing, like get hit in the air and nothing missing? Also, this Chikorita have Serene Grace, and I'm kinda sad that I'm missing out on that. Serene Grace could actually be kinda broken here. No, yeah, but with the assassination attempts, I think it's fake. I think a lot of them was at least the one where he supposedly gets shot in the air. I think that one was fake. Also, terrible nature for the Cyndaquil. Plus attack minus per def. The only thing that could have been worse is adamant. Terrible nature for the Cyndaquil. The same both with. I don't know. I don't know about the second one. I feel like more information still need to come on for that one. But that first one, I fully believe fake. There's no way this nigga get hit in the air and it have no scarring, no nothing. Second, as in, is that the second one? The one at the ballroom? The one where where niggas were shooting at the ballroom. Is that the second one? Yeah. I feel like more information need to come out before I speak like very. Oh, I didn't check the Makuhita. See what this nigga have. Plus per def minus attack. Kind of a shit nature. Guts is kind of cool though. Guts not bad. I might take this thing to the grass gym actually. If I could secure a status move on him, a status effect. We'll see. I don't intend to use Eevee until it evolves, but I just go in and keep it with us for the friendship. I didn't see the full video. I did see somebody post a video where somebody at the dinner was eating and it started looking weird, like it was AI, like he was holding a fork and then the fork just randomly disappeared. I've seen some bullshit like that. I'm gonna make sure I'm a level cap here too before accidentally going over and not realizing it. Level cap for here is 26. Okay, no, we good. We have some level to go, man. We have some good levels. Alright, let me handle Wind Valley Works. So we have a magnet, alright, but see what this nigga outside the door have. Gianna, Gulpin, Hondo. You do this. I feel like I'm overusing King Monk a little bit though. And I definitely have to be careful. Because I do not want this thing to over level before the grass gym. I think we could get through here without having to like fight, right? Sent? Alright, perfect. We'll check that out. Okay, I can't get through here without having to fight. Alright, let me prep for Commander Mars. No, Mars. Oh, wait, right. It is Mars. Okay. Also, Pig Monk is hilarious considering what bad game. I don't know what we're referencing here. Okay. We have Zubat, Bronzor, Yanman, Prugly. Can't say. Alright. But it's funny. You know what? I'll take your word for it. Alright, Zubat. Okay, we have Magnemite. Magnemite is the obvious bring for Zubat. Ah, god damn it. Alright, whatever. This shouldn't be a hard fight. Alright, let me get it. Let me get this Magnemite. We'll play Eevee away for now. I think since we had the Suit Bell, I think I'll like vitamin up Eevee and see if I could turn it into Sylveon. Don't forget the Harry Potter review. After we do Commander Mars, we'll do the Harry Potter review. Alright, so we bring in Magnemite for the Zubat. Bronzor. We could bring... This thing have Levitate? It does have Levitate. We could bring Cyndaquil. We could bring Cyndaquil for the Bronzor. I feel like we don't need... Oh, Purugly could be a... Purugly is the issue here. I just always forget that this Purugly is a fucking demon. So we might end up needing this Tyrogue after all. Who do we get rid of here, boy? I feel like we could power away Dog Trio for now. Or Diglett, I mean. Alright, let me vitamin up. Vitamin up Magnemite. Is it just me getting lag spikes? I'm not sure. Anybody else in chat getting lag spikes? Demon, but what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Oh, the Purugly. I was so confused. Raven, what the fuck? I'm also getting some lag spikes. I will hopefully the Wi-Fi doesn't drop. Alright, I think for Magnemite, it has the plus defense nature. So I'm thinking I just go and do max HP, max defense on this thing. Did you drop frames? I think I'm gonna do max HP, max defense on this thing. It wouldn't hit as hard, but I think it would be worth having a real defensive threat. Especially one that can't get poisoned. And I'll use the remaining on the attack, on the special attack. Where is it that right, calcium, okay, good. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we have Magnemite is the lead for this one, obviously. Now Magnemite for the Zubat. For Bronzor, we could definitely bring Quilava. We could definitely bring Quilava for Bronzor. Yanma could probably also be Bronzor. Rugly is the real, like, problem here. I think for Cyndaquil, I'll just max speed, max special attack. I think max speed, max special attack for Cyndaquil is fine. Also, bro, has anybody figured out the type quiz yet? I just remembered that. Danger Noodle, have you figured out the last firefighting type yet? Because I cannot think of it still. I guess I'll put the last bit into... I'll put the last bit into HP, I guess. Just because. It said I did. Of course you did. Of course you figured it out. Okay, it's now Mega. It gets the ability natural. Bro, this Perugly definitely gonna be a problem. What level is Perugly as again? 19. Bring this thing up as well. Sludge. We want Sludge over. I think we do want Sludge actually for the grass gym at least. On that 600 BST gave you that too. Damn. But you know what? I should have get rid of poison powder instead of magical leaf. Whatever, we will learn a better grass move. Ooh, Thunder Wave is good. We keep in Thunder Wave for sure. Sonic Boom could go. Kinda a little cheesy for this section of the game. Should I learn Light Screen over... I could learn Light Screen over Spark, I guess. We already had the Thunder Wave TM, so we don't need Charge Beam, I think. Alright, let me look at the rest of the thing. This is really per ugly we had a plan for. Everything else is not our problem. Test, yeah. Did the stream drop or something? I seen the message just fine. Making sure my latency good. Alright, cool. Alright, Zubat, Bronzor. Yanma could be a little troublesome. I feel like Quilava really supposed to kinda seal the deal for us there. See what this thing have. It has Smokescreen too. So if Perugly come out, we could kinda cheese it a little bit with Smokescreen. Assuming Quilava in a position to take a hit. We are King Monkey and we have... here's the question. About a 4-second delay for me. Okay. Yeah, here's the question. Do we... oh no, we definitely don't want Tyro can minus defense. No, that Perugly will fucking rape him, bro. That Perugly will sexually assault this nigga. This thing doesn't have a great nature, but I think he'll do better than Perugly here. Better than Tyro here. Not the grape? Yeah, no, that nigga will get pinned down. What level does Makuhita evolve? I feel like it's probably pretty late, right? 20. Oh, 24 actually not bad. But you know what too? I'll alright chat, what do you think? We wanna make this thing max HP, max attack, or max HP, max defense? If it's a female Perugly, he might enjoy it. Not the rape apologist in chat, bro. Bro, L in chat for the rape, for the rape apologist. You think max HP, max attack? That could work. You know what? I respect you for giving yourself the L-bad gamer. Are we doing max attack, max HP on this thing? And we'll put the remaining EVs in defense for it. Wait, how fake out? I feel like we don't need focus energy on this thing. We want max AP, attack penetration. You know something, Raven? For once I agree with you, I do want to penetrate that cat with my attack. Over arm thrust, definitely. Whirlwind could actually be an interesting I'll take Whirlwind just for the cheese potential. I think it's just so no I was just riffing off of what Raven said. Bad gamer. Knockoff is actually a move here. Why want sand attack? I think I want sand attack for cheese though. I think I want the potential cheese with sand attack. Vital throw. What does this do again? The user allows the foe to attack first. In return, this throw is guaranteed not to miss. I feel like I actually want the Hara chance. Smelling salts. Okay, 70 base power is actually very decent. I feel like knockoff is good because the enemies actually have items in this game. I feel like we actually keep... I think we actually keep knockoff here. Belly drum is fucking crazy. Vital Throw does pelt cricks. You know, W joke. W joke, Rafer. Cricks really is the vital supply. I feel like belly drum is too much of a risk. Okay. So here's the Pokemon we have. So we have Magnemite for Zubat. That easy. I feel like Cyndaquil for Bronzor is kinda free. Cyndaquil for Bronzor kinda free. Cyndaquil could also work into Yanma, and depending on how much health he have, if Purugly comes in, we could smoke screen it. For a little cheese before swapping out. I feel like Sirius here just because he's a tank and could take a hit. King Monk here for a potential Mach Punch cleanup into Purugly if things get ugly. I'm taking the muscle band off this thing for now. I feel like we could give it to Makuhita for now. Well, let me give the Magnet to Magnemite. What we think about this team, chat? What we think about this team for Commander Maz? I also give myself a level advantage because why the fuck not? Is the level cap is for the gym, right? I feel like Onion Frog is here for like GP. I think it could be generally useful with like Leech Seed and stuff. I think this is good. I think this is fine. I think I'll go in with his team. Alright, let me do... Alright, you know what? For the longest while, I was supposed to use this battle music suggestion from Danger Noodle. I could dig it. I'm trash at building. Hey, man. I mean, you saw how I just build my teams on champions, bro. So you know I trash as well. Alright, we're going to use this battle music. Alright, play predictions in chat. How many mons we losing to Commander Maz? I'm just because that Purugly very scary. I'm going to say 1. I go and say because we might have to sack something against the Purugly. Other than that, I think we good. Other than that, I think we solid, bro. Alright, here we go. Alright, and I'm going to try not to speed up. I feel like we should because I also gave myself the level advantage too. Oh no, I didn't teach this thing the stronger move. Oh, we didn't need it. Perfect. Went straight for you. I think. Should I Thunder Wave this thing? Please break through. Okay, that's not good. Okay. This is scary. Alright. Wow, Cyndaquil barely held on there. And that was with Bronzo answer. Okay. Okay. Alright, we go to Onion Frog and put this thing to sleep. Please do not hit too hard. It crit. I'm faster than this thing. But if I miss, we screwed. So I have no choice but to swap here. Are we kind of in a tough spot here? Alright, please break through. Bro, please. Bro, can you break? Nigga, damn. This isn't going as planned. Yeah, you could say that again. I think I just need this thing to wake up. Okay, well. Yeah, okay, we kind of screwed here. And now the Perugly probably go and click fake out. Yep. Let me fake out back for a little chip. What item does this thing have again? Citrus berry. Okay. I think I want to click sand attack for a little cheese. Please do not hit hard. Bro, that shit hits so fucking hard. Alright. Can I get some sand attack luck? I cannot. Do we... Okay, I feel like this thing could take at least one of something. I'll go and click Thunder Shock for a little, Okay, this is actually bad because now Facade, it have Facade and it going and do crazy damage. Facade go and do crazy damage here. I think I have to sacrifice Cyndaquil here. I think unfortunately, I think Magnemite is a lot better than Cyndaquil. Unfortunately. Unless we get lucky here. Because it paralyzed and it have a accuracy drop. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let me lower the accuracy more. Does Feint Attack not miss? Am I like just dumb? Okay. Alright. You know what? That's alright. It's sad that we lost. Feint Attack cannot miss. What the fuck I come back to? Listen, it was paralyzed. It was paralyzed with Facade. I had to make sure it couldn't hit Facade. Why does everyone hate the Gen 2 stat? I could not risk that thing running wild with Facade. Honestly, the only reason Marshtomp died was because I get terrible RNG. It refused to wake up. It hurt itself in confusion. If it weren't for the terrible RNG, I think Marshtomp would have survived that. Cyndaquil, I'm not too beaten up. I ain't too mad about Cyndaquil. This nigga said skill. Bro, this nigga just showed up, bro. He didn't even know the fucking... He didn't even know the battle went. Nah, definitely get hold by RNG a little bit. He's still looking decent though. Marshtomp is a sad loss, but we looking okay. People here, funeral, then Harry Potter. Okay. Hold on. Let me do the funeral. Hold on. Is Floofy in here? I haven't seen that type for a little while. Hold on. Alright, funeral time. Funeral time. Ladies and gentlemen, we gathered here to lay to rest some good Pokemon. Wait, hold on. Wait, who died? I'm a terrible trainer, bro. Who died again? Damn, these 3 of these niggas died? I thought I lost 2. Fuck. Well, she's been watching in disappointment, probably. I've been watching in disappointment and I'm playing. Alright. Marshtomp. Listen. I get hold with Marshtomp. Marshtomp was alright. Magnemite was literally one of the worst months ever. Typhlosion. His Charizard starts copy and pasted. For Alligator. No. Motherfucking Cyndaquil had, or I guess, Quilava had a terrible nature. He would have been good for the grass gym, but I think Magnemite is better. Magnemite is better because it have a lot of like flying leads that Magnemite does well into. I do not regret keeping Magnemite. Makuhita, I kinda brought him as fodder for the Perugly. You don't even remember which one of your Pokemon died? So we all agree he's Paul IRL? Yeah, you know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. I really might be. I'm not saying I couldn't have played better. I'm saying RNG played a factor here. Alright, I mean, Marshtomp died because it get put to sleep and wouldn't wake up and kept hurting itself. That is why Marshtomp died. I'd have been able to save that easy. Really saying all this at the... Well, when else am I supposed to say it? Hold on, I'm gonna loot the corpse. I'm gonna loot the corpse. Don't worry, chat. We gonna turn this run around. We gonna turn the run around, I promise. We still have some power in the PC. Don't worry. Alright, hold on. Here, who we taking? We'll take back out Eevee so we could continue friendshiping it up. He died because you're a terrible trainer. No. Marshtomp died because of RNG. Motherfucker, Makuhita died. That might have been my fault. Cyndaquil died because we needed a sack. And I didn't want to sack Magnemite because he will definitely come in handy. Bro said, let me loot. I guess I'll bring Tyrogue with me again. Skills. It was one skill issue. I get hold. Why, bro? Why chat can't be on my side for once? The game hold, man. Just once, it would be nice if all you would be on my side. Should pull up the WhatsApp video I sent. Oh, I should do. I should do that. Hold on. Let me see if I could forward it to the Discord. Hold on. Let me see if I could send this to Discord. Wait, hold on. Actually, can you send it? Can I get the link? Oh, no, wait. I could get the link. Alright, never mind. I have it. I'm gonna send this shit. That shit mad funny. Hold on. Alright, hold on. Pull that bitch up. Here we go. This is what I just do to my Pokemon. Snatch. I really grave rob them niggas. Now don't worry, chat. One of these days I'll lock in. I don't know which day it will be, but one of them. Alright, yeah, okay, hold on. The Harry Potter review. She's not even in the grave. Let me do the Harry Potter, hold on. Hold on. No, wait, hold on, hold on. Wait, here we go. I didn't write shit down, but I have. All right. So as we know, I watched Harry Potter for the first time recently, and I have some opinions. First of all, fuck Uncle Vernon, nigga. Fuck that, fuck him, he bitch ass wife, and he fat ass, greedy ass, punk ass son. Fuck both of them niggas. All three of them niggas. Fuck, bro, anybody in here who fucking with the Vernon family, get the fuck out. Take back your follow and leave. Fuck them niggas. The hottest nigga under the fucking staircase. The hottest nigga cooking breakfast. They didn't want to say. First up, here's what fucking me up with it. If they didn't want him in the first place, why the fuck they was trying to stop him from going Hogwarts? Them niggas was just hating. They didn't like him, they didn't want him, and they're still trying to prevent him from going Hogwarts. They some whole ass niggas for that. Hagrid come to collect that nigga, burning up fire on Hagrid like he was going to do something to that nigga. That big strong ass nigga, he was going to do something too. Peak definition, I hate no absolutely. Fuck all them niggas. Cause they knew he'd have to come back during vacation. Yeah, but so what? It's better to get rid of him for more. If they don't like him, get rid of him for most of the time then. You assume that here's the reason I'm assuming it's because there's some punk ass niggas. That's the first one. Alright? Second, now Hagrid, listen. I like Hagrid. Nigga cool. I assume they were scared of the wizarding world and didn't want to be involved after what happened. Yeah, but all I had to do is let him go to the fucking school. That's it. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. Hagrid. I like Hagrid. Cool guy. Why this nigga can't shut the fuck up? This nigga Hagrid just couldn't shut the fuck up. Every other sentence this nigga he was telling. Every other sentence this nigga was saying some shit he wasn't supposed to say. What the fuck was up with that? Alright? Draco Malfoy. Fuck that. That nigga's a fucking bitch ass already. I don't think we get introduced to your parents yet. No, we definitely did. I know this nigga is a fucking nepo baby the way he was talking. I know that nigga is a fucking nepo baby. This nigga talking about something. This is servant's work. Wait till father finds out. Nigga's a fucking nepo baby. He ain't do shit for the whole movie. Except be a bitch ass nigga. Alright? What else? Hermione. What the fuck was up with her, bro? I know it all. Listen. I think man only has good takes so far. I might be about to do a hot one. I feel like she started redeeming herself like later in the film. But I feel like we all went to school with at least one Hermione type. She really was being a know-it-all. Now, was Ron wrong for making her cry? Of course, sure. Sure. But I think we all went to school with a Hermione type, and I think we could all agree that them motherfuckers just be annoying as shit. She couldn't let this nigga Ron live even a little bit. Every time this nigga says some shit, she's like, it's not Leviosa, it's Leviosa. Fuck her. She annoys me till movie 3. She also does get hotter in that movie. What the this? I'm going to hope that by the 3rd movie, Emma Stone is an adult. I'm going to assume that she's an adult. She's still a kid. How old are you again, Bad Gamer? I feel like they all got hotter in the 3rd one. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? Bro, I'm a chat full of freaky ass niggas. Don't say C like if that no, bro, all that freaky ass shit. Is this David? Bro, I'm saying. Why are they in here being freaky, bro? Hold on, the music ended. Hold on. Can I loop this? Let me loop this shit until I'm done. Yeah, Hermione was fucking wildin'. All right. A Loki Ron, you know, pushy and check a little bit. He did the right thing. He did the right thing. Hermione was wildin'. Bad David out here. Wells happened. Well, what the fuck else happened in the movie? Hold on. Let me think. Okay, ask my opinion on some shit. Also, what the fuck is up with the broom sport? What the fuck is going on with Quidditch? What the fuck was all of that? If catching the golden snitch wins the whole game, why the fuck isn't the whole team chasing the snitch? Quidditch is awesome. Hold on. If catching the golden snitch ends the game, why the fuck isn't that the whole game? It doesn't win the game. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. If you it's just a big amount of points because people rarely catch it. Maybe people rarely catch it because they only have one nigga looking for it. Hold on. It gives you 150 points and instantly ends the game. Why would they only have one person looking for it? I think if like 2-3 people was looking for it, I think it would get caught more often. It's hard to catch. They still got to play the game. Bro, that nigga, it looked like he catch it pretty easy to me. I don't know. Aside catch it and lose. Maybe I'm just not understanding the intricacies of Quidditch. It seems kind of weird to me though that catching that shit just ends the game and more people don't look for it right off the bat. Also, are they using any kind of protection spell while they're playing that? Because some people was taking some serious hits, bro. I don't know. It doesn't get released immediately. You know what? That's fair enough then. If it's like a halftime release or something, that's fair. That's fair then. They have magic, 8 no wound, 2 fatal. Unless somebody collect that shit straight to the dome, the fucking bludgeoning ball or whatever, and dies instantly. I feel like they was fully willing to let some of those people die. In fucking Quidditch, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think those go and let some of them die. That way it looked like to me. I could be wrong. What else, bro? Also, here's something that fucked me up. During the chess game, I don't know if I'm missing something. During the chess game, why did Ron stay on the knight? Couldn't he have just climbed off the knight and then make the move? Why did he not? Nobody else was standing on top of a piece. What do you think of Dumbledore, Snape, and the teachers? I'll get to that. I think he couldn't. Why couldn't he? They never said that he couldn't. He just chose to stay on it. I think he could have. It's a horse. So what does it mean? A horse have to... It needs a... No, it doesn't. No, here's how you know it didn't. Because the white side, the like magical white side, didn't have any riders. It absolutely did not need a rider. You know what happened? That nigga was trying to play the hero. Because, you know what happened? That nigga was sat there like, I didn't do anything all movie. I've got to get a scene in. Because they really didn't let that nigga do anything for the whole movie. They really didn't let him do anything for the whole movie. So he was like, I had to get a dramatic scene in. Let me stay on the horse like a jackass and get hurt. And maybe Hermione will nurse me back to health. That what the fuck happened. You're saying he did it for the aura? He had to have. There's no reason why he could not climb off that horse. I'm fully convinced of that. To be fair, none of them have a lot of screen time, only Harry. Yeah, but I feel like, right, Hermione at least was getting to be like, you know, intelligent and good at spells. Ron didn't have anything. You know what I mean? I feel like Ron didn't have anything good about him. Harry was the chosen one. Hermione was the smart one. Ron didn't get shit. The low-key, the kind of whore on. Low-key, the kind of whore on a little bit, bro. But that shit was so dumb to me that he didn't just climb off the horse. Or even if he had to be on the horse, right? To initiate the move. Even if he had to be on the horse to initiate the move, why didn't he initiate the move and then jump off? I believe he's a lot smarter in the books, if I'm not wrong. That's just the beginning. Ron and family is great. Or Ron is family and goated. What the hold on. Ron is family are goated. What the fuck did this nigga type? Bro, this nigga had me feeling illiterate for a second there. But yeah. Ron and his family. Okay. There we go. I was confused for a second there, bro. Refresh? Do we want refresh over anything? I don't think so. Can this thing turn into Sylveon? Am I bro, is not friendship enough? Anyways, Harry Potter. Well, right, Snape. I feel here's where I feel like the writing suffered a little bit. It said excited for Chamber of Secrets. I am. I had to admit I did enjoy the film more than I thought I would. I was just doing it because I said I would, but I did enjoy it more than I thought I would, admittedly. Here's where I feel like the writing suffered with Snape. I'll give him a 10. I'll give him an out of 10 at the end of the review. This is what I didn't like with Snape. Why the fuck did the writing feel a little bad? Because they make Snape suspicious, make villain guy for most of the movie, and it was very, very, like, forced, I feel like. Because why didn't he at any point report that the other teacher, the guy who was working with Voldemort, I forget his name, was it Quirrell or whatever? Why didn't he report him for trying to hex Harry during the thing? Quirrell, yeah, that nigga. Why didn't he report him like, hey, this guy was doing like a spell on Harry during the Quidditch game? Why did he just let that shit slide? It's all part of a bigger thing. But still though, doesn't it feel a little forced? And they never acknowledge it. Nobody was ever like, you know, Snape, you're being real creepy and mysterious for no fucking reason, buddy. Nobody acknowledged it. I had to watch as part of a bigger thing. I'll take all your word for it. But right now, I feel like it was kind of poor writing. Maybe I'll have to eat those words if I continue the series. But for now, it felt like poor writing. I think that's about it. Is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything I ain't talk about that I want to talk about? Dumbledore? I feel like Dumbledore was barely in the movie. I don't really have an opinion on Dumbledore. That nigga didn't really do much. Neville? That nigga was barely in the film too. Also, all you made me name the Machamp, the Machop Neville after that guy. No wonder he died. That nigga was a punk. Dumbledore gets more screen time later. Yeah, that nigga didn't do shit. I feel like right now, he have that, like, he's that type of character where it's like, all according to plan, you know, like they're writing him to be like a genius or whatever. But like, he does just show up after everything happened and be like, yeah, I planned this whole thing. Neville is that cool. You know, I will give Neville points because he was willing to stand up to the main trio because there was who in the fuck out at Gryffindor. But I think I get hit with one spell and hit the floor, bro. I think it wasn't about shit. I think it was not about action. I think I get hit with one spell and fucking fold, bro. Neville will always have his MVP moments. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. Overall, though, out of 10, you know what was another complaint, actually, while we on the topic? What the fuck? Well, I feel like for a show about wizards, it barely had any spells. Am I tripping? I feel like the only person who did any real magic was Hermione. The next 7 weeks are gonna be awesome. Bad game, bro. It took me months to watch the first one. What makes you think you're getting the other review anytime soon? This nigga acting like I want to watch one a week. Don't get ahead of yourself, buddy. This nigga said, ah, that was funny. That was a good one, bad gamer. That was a good one, buddy. Raise his fist. Imagine my shock when the Noirs who learned magic 5 minutes ago don't use magic. It was... He acted like if it only had the main trio. Why didn't we see other people do magic? It didn't have to just be... We barely see anybody do any kind of magic. It was Pig Night with Thick Fat, hashtag petty. Pig Night loses Thick Fat and gains Reckless. Wow, I would have never gotten that. I would have genuinely never gotten that. I hate you, by the way. I said Embor. Yeah, but Embor doesn't have Thick Fat, so technically he right. Technically he correct. This nigga right on that technicality. This thing have Intimidate? Swift Swim. Alright, I think that's it for my Harry Potter review. Out of 10, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone will get a... Honestly, if I'm being honest, I'll give it... This might be a little generous. I'll give it an 8. Out of 10, it will get 8. Alright, Daddy Philosopher's Stone review. Alright, we had a plan for Cheryl. Let me plan for Cheryl. Alright, for Drifloon, obviously, we still lead him with Magnemite. That was the whole reason I brought Magnemite. I saved Magnemite, by the way, for leads like this. Yeah, we will forget Thundershock for Shockwave. A 6.5. Wow, did I enjoy it more than you? It have its issues, but the reason why I rate it so highly is I could definitely see like why people so in love with the franchise. Like I could definitely see why people love it so much. It have a lot of stuff in it where I'm like, okay, this is cool. The world building is fun. I could see myself like really getting drawn into this shit. You know what I mean? For one of the weaker movies, I feel like, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the first one I watched. Maybe like in retrospect, it won't be as good as the others. I think I really appreciate like world building in a film, and I think that is what do it for me with this. I feel like I'm very interested to see what else they could do with the franchise, you know? Okay. For Drifloon is Magnemite. Makuhita will probably come out. So I think we could do Onion Frog and Sleep and Leaf Seeded. I think like Onion Frog will switch in well to it. It also have Fake Out. So I'm thinking... No, we don't have an Intimidate user. So I think Onion Frog does... Where's he? Level 20? Okay. You have King Monk for Chansey. Maybe. Okay. What we think of the team so far, chat? Drifloon is a non-issue because Magnemite will handle it. Makuhita, I think Bulbasaur will take it pretty easily. Or Ivysaur. This is Ivysaur now, right? Yeah. Ivysaur will take that on, I think. I feel like it could eat like attacks from it. Whalema, I feel like could also take attacks. Could also get taken down by Ivysaur. So it's just the Chansey left. Which I feel like King Monk will have to deal with. And I bring in Kadabra with me just for like a fast hitter, you know? We want to learn Dig. I mean, it's better than Magnitude. I think it could have its uses. But this thing evolving into... Oh, we getting a Hitmonlee. Ah, cool. Well, now he named don't even make sense because this thing does kick. So it doesn't even use its hands. What does Meditate? Raises its attack stat. I'm not against that, necessarily. I feel like I'll keep Fake Out. I feel like we don't need Rap. Okay. It does have things that are set up hazards, but I think Rapid Spin could go all the same. Alright, let's see. Is this team good enough? Chansey, I feel like would be the real issue here. I feel like I don't need Dougie. Is there somebody I could bring instead of the Diglett? Honestly, I think I'll bring this thing with me as like a Faramon. this thing is a special attacker, right? Yep, special attacker. Okay. So I'll vitamin this thing up to be fast and special attack. Real simple. We live for almost 2 hours. Alright, I think we'll do the Cheryl fight. We'll do the Cheryl fight. We'll get we encounter. We'll get we encounters in the forest and the old chateau, and then we'll call it quits, and then next week we'll try to get Gardenia. Or we could alternatively save Cheryl for next week and do some clips. What will you prefer? Save Cheryl for next week and do some clips? No good clips? When there's some you wanted me to react to in the clips channel, Danger Noodle. Hold on. I'm not save state. You know what? Here's the thing. Like, all jokes aside, I think I actually playing kinda bad today. I think I'm playing kinda bad today, and I'm feeling like a little tired, like a little burnt. So I think I do want to call it here, because I feel like I already playing a little bad and I'm starting to feel a little burnt. I don't want to throw the run, because even though we took some losses today, I think we still have some power on the team. So I think we will do some clips. I think we go and end the nuzlocke section here. There's no point in holding myself. So let me do some clips. I think it was some recent. Yeah, right here, Diora, you need to watch this on stream tomorrow. Is it this or the Dual Bad Game? I sent this. It was this you was talking about, right? Just today? Fuck you, Raven. I just do alright sometimes. This nigga hated. This hated ass nigga. Reports indicate that approximately 34,000 deceased individuals have been identified on North Carolina's voter registry, raising serious concerns. Damn. Hold on. Is this just people who registered to be able to vote? Or are they saying there are people who cast the votes who already dead? Is the one up? We'll watch that one too. Yeah, are we? Which is it? Is it the second one? As in, so they have people who dead but are still casting the votes? That tough, bro. If that's true, bro, America is basically a dictatorship. Because whoever buy those dead votes go and win. That is 34. That is like, you know, a whole group of people like extra votes. That shit crazy. Alright, let me see this.
What's the most amount of damage you can do in Pokemon Champions? First, we need an attacker, and that's going to be Mega Heracross. We use them for two reasons.
Okay.
One, it's a fighting type, which will become apparent very soon. And two,
this is why they need voter ID. Yeah, no, that shit crazy.
Quite literally has the highest attack stat in the game right now. And the moves we'll be using are Swords Dance to boost our attack, and Focus Punch because it's a 150 base power fighting move. The other two moves aren't relevant. We need something to attack. We need a victim. And that's going to be Hisuian Avalugg. We chose this bad boy because of its atrocious typing, which makes it 4 times weak to fighting. We now have an Adamant Mega
I should kill this
Heracross
background
with +6 attack because of Swords Dance that is sitting at 1,040 240 attack, which makes our Focus Punch do 2,280 damage to
Damn.
Hisuian Avalugg, assuming we get the highest roll. But surprise, this battle is actually a double battle. And Heracross's teammate, Mr. Rhyme. And his first move, Wonder Room. And I wouldn't blame you if you never heard of this move in your life. And what it does is swap the defense stat and the special defense stat for 5 turns. You see, Hisuian Avalugg actually has one of the best defensive stats in the game, but its special defense is the literal worst in Pokemon Champions. So with Mr. Rhyme using Wonder Room, his
50?
defense stat goes from 204 all the way down to 50. And we are now doing 8,244 damage with Focus Punch. But Mr. Rhyme isn't done. It also knows the move Screech to lower the defense even more, all the way down to 12, which means Mega Heracross is now doing 34,332
What the fuck they
damage.
doing the
But
maths on
Mr.
this?
Rhyme isn't done. He
know
also
what the
knows the move
formula
Helping
is.
Hand, increasing the power of Focus Punch by 50%, meaning that it now does 51,492
Where's the
damage.
formula
But
for
let's just
this?
say we're
That
like
shit crazy.
really lucky. And we also hit a crit. That means we now do 77,238 damage. Surprise, surprise, out of nowhere, the teammate of the Hisuian Avalugg is Mega Starmie with Skill Swap and gives our Mega Heracross huge power, doubling our attack stat. So our Adamant Mega Heracross with huge power, +6 attack, Helping Hand, Stab Focus Punch, that crits in Wonder Room against a -6 defense, naive Hisuian Avalugg would do a total of 154,476 damage.
This
What's
is some
the
Dragon
most
Ball
amount of
Z
damage?
level power scaling, bro. Have anything else good? All right, this thing. Damn. I had to get fast though. I had to get his fast. Hold on. Are you, bro? Did that nigga miss all his shots? Fire him. Fire him right. Fire, bro. Fire this nigga. Yeah, that nigga need to go. Is this me? Bro, this is the type of aim I just have on Overwatch. They really did just kind of watch this nigga go through, though. That shit funny as shit. Somebody saying, where's the bullet holes? This is actually a fair point against the white ass wall. You would expect to see at least some visible debris being kicked up from the impact. The Asian nigga was the only nigga who really saw him. Bro, fired. Bro, hold on. This guy had to get fired. Bro, this nigga can't even get his gun out. Send this nigga home, bro. No pay leave. I don't know, boy. On some, I feel them assassination attempts had to be fake. There's no, cause here, and you know the thing is too. Like how I refuse to believe so many people. Well, I guess it's maybe not so many, but how? Bro, you would think that it would at least injure this nigga. No, I'm not. I'm not saying that FBI. I'm not saying that what had to happen. I'm just saying you'd think they would at least clip this nigga. There's no way there's no way God loves Trump so much that he protected him this heavily. There's no, it have no way. There's no way. Do we have anything else? See, anything that looks fun. Anything that looks fun. Bro, you know, we need more of them fight videos, bro. Them shit's funny as fuck. Movie Town? What are you talking about? Might have more fights higher up. Hold on, I'm gonna do. See if we can get one more. This is far up. You know what? We ended on this here. Because I already know this is some bullshit. A doubles pizza. A doubles pizza. Who the fuck asked? Who the fuck asked for a doubles pizza? Who the fuck? Who walked in and was like, "Hey, here what? Hey, you see that pizza there? Put some china on it." Who the fuck went into a store and said that? Yo, these niggas just doing whatever the fuck, bro. No, this outlandish. No, this fucking ridiculous. Stomach gonna be jumping till morning for sure. Not everything you think about is to make that. What the? Am I the only one who doesn't find this appealing? No, never pregnant. Who says it doesn't have the barra underneath? Not even doubles pizza, just pizza with a tougher barra. No, this is ridiculous. Just shit up my back watching this. Trinidad, stop. Is this even in Trinidad? I don't think that it's saying cut and slice New York City, bro. Yeah, they're saying Brooklyn. This is not even Trinidad. Trinidadians know better than to do this fuckery. I know it couldn't be Trinidad. It could never be a Trinidadian do this foolishness. Who the hell is never pregnant? This person right here. This person right here, Fufilia. She never pregnant. You can say I'm calling the cops. Call the SWAT team, bitch. No, you say we doing shit here with doubles too. It could never be as bad as our doubles pizza, brother. It could whatever we doing down here could never be as bad as our doubles pizza. Never. This not even this our fucking roti, and instead of bust up shot is big. You know what I did? I did see somebody doing rainbow doubles. I think it was that shit was. I wonder if I could find that, boy. That shit was fucking ridiculous. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on.
Hey, bro.
Hold on. Let's see this.
Yeah, man, yeah, of course. Come in on. Right. Listen.
Could I swear they put
Yes, sir.
What?
Boy,
Kali on doubles? Kariley. This nigga. What the fuck was that? Hey, looking like his Arima?
everything no paper. Okay.
Bara. Normal. China. A necessity. He gone off the fucking rails. He gone off the fucking rails. He should be at this point should be in fucking St. Anne's. Condensed milk. Nigga, bro. I would shit my stomach out, and then my stomach would shit out its own little miniature stomach. Fucking stomach if I eat this shit. With sprinkle. This, bro. We should bring back the death penalty for this motherfucker alone.
Right. Boy, what kind of double is this?
A rainbow doubles, boy.
Hey, alright. Wait. Come.
Honestly, this worse than the pizza. I take it back. This worse than the pizza doubles. I think I think this worse than the pizza doubles, by the way. It's fucking ridiculous. The only thing was saving this is that I feel like it's a skit. If I didn't think this was a skit, it would have beat out the pizza doubles. I feel like the pizza doubles genuine. This is probably a joke.
Man, some sour. Yeah. Look very nice, boy. Yes. All right, thanks. Let me try it, boy. Look delicious.
It do not take off.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna be fucking sick. I'm gonna be sick. This thing actually biting.
Tastes real good, boy.
He bite. Oh, he eat it. Oh, he have a piece of the worm. He had the worm in his mouth. I'm gonna be sick. Deport this nigga.
So what you think about the doubles? Huh? What you think about the rainbow doubles, boy? Boy, this double is the best in Arima.
Deport this nigga. And wherever they're sending him,
The best doubles in Arima.
wherever they're sending this nigga, send the doubles man too. Deport both of them niggas. I don't care where. Don't even send him back Venezuela. Just take the boat and go halfway to Venezuela, and then just throw this nigga overboard and let him swim the rest of the way for eating that doubles. Guys want to eat it. Retake his passport. Don't even send him back with the passport. I don't even want it to have a chance of him making his way back to Trinidad. No, that's ridiculous. I think that's it. Let me go before my blood pressure go up. Alright, I appreciate everybody for coming through. Good morning, good night, good afternoon. Whatever time it is when you're watching this. It's been your host with the most, Diorazana, signing out. Goodbye.